There are three salesperson. One is selling 100 boxes a month. The second is selling 70 boxes a month. And the third is selling 40 boxes a month. So very apparently for any manager and leader, the number one salesperson is on the top selling 100 boxes, followed by 70 boxes in the middle, and the third one, which is at the bottom, is selling 40 boxes. It's as simple as it is told. But what if the second salesperson works harder, develop new skills, and is able to sell 110 boxes a month? And what if the third salesperson also starts working more harder, develop new skills, meet some senior mentors and leaders to do better, and start selling 90 boxes a month? And what if the number one salesperson who was selling 100 boxes doesn't do much because he believes that what brought him here will take him further up, but still doesn't practice new skills and remain where he is selling 100 boxes? Now my question to you is, whom would you rate as higher potential in the all three categories? Please write comments in the comment section below and give me your answers. Well, my understanding and experience tells me that a lot of managers and leaders are not equipped or are not trained to identify the potential versus performance in their teammates. And that's why not only they make the wrong choices of hiring people in their organization, as they only want high performer, somebody who is a very high achiever, or they are not able to identify who is the right person in their team to be promoted, who has more potential. And apparently the experience goes by the way that person is performing. Well, my name is Arun Thukral. I'm a life and a leadership coach, and in this video today I'm going to share about what is high performance, what is high potential means, and also as leaders and managers how you can develop potential in your teammate and then identify the right talent which is suitable for the organization, for your team, for your own succession planning. And also don't go anywhere. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel because a lot of content is coming your way. So let's begin with a simple conversation between a manager and an HR in a given organization. The HR person asks the manager, tell me who is the highest potential teammate in your team. The leader responded by saying, let's say it's Raju because he's a high performer and he manages his team well. The HR manager asked him further, what makes you say so that he is a high performer? Well, the manager responded that Raju is a go-getter, he gets results, he manages his team well, and that's the reason that he is a high potential. This is the type of conversation that we listen and observe very often. And that is where a lot of managers fail to understand what is the difference between potential and performance. So to begin with, let's first understand what is potential and what is performance. Let's say I'm an engineer working in an organization and I'm a qualified engineer who is suitable for a given role. I come across various situations and challenges in my job, and because of my learnings, my education, I'm able to solve those problems for the organization and I'm able to do well, which means I'm a performer. Or in other words, we can say that performance is related to whatever success or results that I have been able to bring out in the past or in the current stage right now, that shows and proves that I'm a performer. Given a challenge, I will solve the problem, I will perform, and I will bring results. But that is not potential. Potential simply means that how you grow as a leader, how you develop yourself as a leader, which simply means that if I am the same engineer and if I am working in an organization, how I take feedback, how I develop myself, how I listen carefully, how I stay motivated and coach people, how I develop new skills that are required in the future course of work, and I become an agile leader for the organization, not only for today, but for tomorrow and but for future. So it clearly defines what is potential and what is performance. But apparently, a lot of leaders only focus on the current performance and they look at the individual as a high performing and a contributing employee to the organization, and that needs to be controlled or that needs to be uplifted or managed. As I said in my first example, the salesperson number two who works hard, develops skills, and move from 70 boxes to 110 boxes, in true sense, has the real potential to grow as a leader, and that's how the leaders have to invest time and money in his or her development so that he becomes a future asset to the organization. So in the next section, I'm going to take you through the 5 important parameters that will help you to understand how to build potential in your team. The basic reason is, in various organizations, this is not taught to the managers. Managers are not fully equipped to understand the potential. In this attempt, I'll try to do that justice, and I want you to pay attention to those 5 pointers and practice it in your day-to-day work and see how it works for you, and then share your feedback below in the comment section. Now let's talk about the 5 ways that you can help in identifying the potential and gaps in your teammates or in your organization. The number one thing is identify the strengths and developmental areas of your team. I'm sure you will agree that as a leader, it is first and foremost very important to understand the strengths of your team and the areas of development. Because once you understand their strengths, you can leverage their strengths into various activities which are relevant in your workplace at that moment. And likewise, when you understand the developmental areas, you can customize your coaching, your development plan for that particular individual. Now, the second question you should come in your mind is how to do that? Well, very simple. Number one, while you are on the job with your teammates, you observe them, guide them, and when you look into them, that how they are working will give you some ideas. There are other methods that you can also employ while doing this. Number one, 360 degree surveys, personality reviews, sales review meetings, or various other discussion forums where you get feedback from others that how your team is performing. Basis that, you get to know what are their strengths and what are their developmental areas. And when it comes to leadership potential, focus on areas like problem solving, creativity, communication, collaboration, initiative, drive, adaptability. How are they performing in these particular areas? And if they are doing well, they are indicators that they have the leadership capabilities and you have to help in enhancing them. And if they are not, you need to develop a very foolproof plan that how you can help in building those capabilities in them. The second thing that you can do is by providing opportunities for growth and development. Now you have understood about the leadership capabilities with respect to 360 degrees and performance reviews, you know where their strengths are and what are the gaps. Now it's time to give them assignments, projects, new roles where they can leverage their strengths, achieve goals which are relevant to the organization or to your particular department, and also they can flex their abilities and also learn to come out of their comfort zone. So for example, if you really want to delegate some tasks to your teammates, bring them to lead a meeting, bring them an assignment that will help them to unleash their leadership capabilities like problem solving. Or maybe you expose them to certain situations which are difficult situations and they have to decide. This helps them in making their capability as a good decision maker. So there are various ways that you can help in developing your teammates by challenging their current capability level and also understanding what are the gaps and how they will be able to learn by getting such projects, such assignments or roles on a day-to-day basis where they can start practicing it. But most importantly, you should also be able to communicate what are the objectives, why you are doing this, what is the purpose, so that they should understand that you are not just giving away your work to them, but you are helping them to develop towards a more potential leader. The third step that you can take is to coach and mentor your teammates. Now you have given them assignments, you have already identified their leadership capabilities. Now it's important to coach and mentor them. Well, both coaching and mentoring is different, but they are complementary to each other. Because once you are able to coach and mentor, you help them in enhancing their confidence, their performance, and most importantly, their abilities. So while you are coaching your team, the basic skills that you would require as a team leader is to ask questions, listen to their problems, understand what they are saying, give them constructive feedback, and help them to choose actions and decisions on their own to solve the problems. While on the other hand, mentoring simply means sharing your experiences, sharing some insights from your own experience, that how you solved a particular situation or how you worked out a particular problem out and formed a solution that really was successful. And most importantly, mentoring means sharing your failures, your mistakes that you have done. When you are able to do this effectively, your teammates will be motivated, they will see that you are unbiased and you are genuinely looking forward for their growth and for their development. So don't forget to coach and mentor your team if you really want to build potential in them. The step number 4 in building leadership potential is to enhance collaboration and networking with your teams. I'm sure you will agree that when people collaborate and network, they not only are able to build their skills, abilities, and perspectives, but they are also able to develop trust, build relationships, and most importantly, create influence. Therefore, as a leader, it is your responsibility to create and develop cross-functional meetings, or by doing cross-organizational meetings, which will help in creating a culture of feedback, respect, and understanding the culture from other perspectives. By doing so, you are helping the leaders in your team to learn from others. So it's your role to introduce them to new peers, leaders outside the network, so that they can enhance their learning experience from different industries, from different people, and can bring their perspective on the table in solving their current set of problems. Once you are able to bring this particular networking and collaboration practice in your team, you will see the cohesiveness in team increases and the individual feels more confident, more ready to give to the organization because of higher learning from different aspects, from different people, from different network. Now we come to the fifth part of how you can develop leadership potential in your teammates is by recognizing and rewarding your teams. Well, recognition, reward is one of the most important tool to motivate anyone, and your leaders or your teammates are no different than anybody else. Once they have completed the projects, once they have able to show the results on the table, it's your time to motivate them by giving them rewards and recognition. This helps in learning, growing, and leading in a longer way. It also helps the individuals to reinforce the positive behaviors and positive outcomes as they grow further. Now, what are the different ways that you can reward and recognize people? So based on the individual and the outcome that person brings on the table, there are various ways you can motivate by recognizing people with respect to, number one, could be a written praise or a written email or a verbal appreciation to that particular individual in private or in public. Number two, you can help them for career advancement opportunities. Number three, you can also help them in giving cash rewards or something that is of kind that can help them to be motivated. Number four, you can allow them to share their learning experience in an open forum like a town hall or a national kickoff meetings. There are various ways that you can try and implement any opportunity that will help them to motivate and stay connected to the work so that they feel more fulfilled, they feel more satisfied in the assignments and the project that they are doing. This also brings a very big imprint on your leadership skills that people love to work under you and learn from you just because you are able to provide them such a wonderful platform to enhance their leadership skills. Well, to sum up everything together, very clearly, I would say that performance and potential, they are two sides of the coin and they need to be in balance. But for sure, when you are looking at a long-term perspective, you need to look at the potential of the person with respect to his learning agilities, his goals to achieve bigger things in his or her life. And you as a leader become a facilitator to that. But if you focus performance as one of the criteria to select people for promotion or select people to enter into your organization, you are going to be grossly wrong over a period of time. Therefore, once you are able to instill all the 5 factors which I told you that helps you in shaping up an individual potential, you are the one who is actually creating more leaders in the organization. You are setting up a succession plan for yourself so that somebody now can come and take your seat, and you unvoicingly declaring to your organization, to your company leaders, that you are ready for the next role. Mind you, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of patience in building future leaders. It is not just one of the things that you can just do. It is the thing that you have to do to build future leaders for your organization, for your society, for your betterment. I'm sure if you would have liked this video, the content that I've shared, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel and share it with your colleagues, friends, and seniors. Thanks a lot. Do share your feedback if you have any topic in mind that you want me to cover or any point that you are still not clear. I'll personally respond to you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching me.